Hello, I'm Pat Nielsen, and I'm a television addict.
Dad, you haven't even seen a television in over 10 years. Why do you keep obsessing about your former obsession?
Please, Sobe, no crosstalk. But thank you for sharing. Now, as I was saying, I would like to share with the group my struggles this week with television.
Group? What group? There's only the family here, just like always. Now, will you listen for a minute? Coyvette and I have something important to tell you.
Oh, something important. Well, then you must be ready to share a step with the group. Tell me, son, which step have you been working on?
Dad, there's no step.
Oh, come, Sobe. I'm your sponsor. You can share your steps with me.
Dad, Coyvette and I are getting married.
What? Have you lost your sobriety? Don't you realize you can't get married until you're 25 years old? It's the group's consensus that you wait till you're 25. And then, a compatible marriage will be arranged for you and mediated.
Dad, Coyvette and I have self-actualized that we love each other and that we want to spend the rest of our lives together. We're adults now. We don't want to wait 4 more years to make this commitment.
But Mr. Nielsen, I only want to be with Sobe. I want to raise his babies in a pink house with a white picket fence. I want to greet him at the door when he comes home from a hard day working at the cyber forge. I want to pour him a cold beer when he sits back in his lazy boy and watches television and smokes his pipe.
Relax, smoke, and drink? Sobe, are you ready for some feedback?
Feedback? I don't need no stinking feedback.
You sit down right now and rewrite your 4th step from scratch.
All I want to do is live in a house like Beaver Cleaver and leave it to Beaver.
What? You've been watching vile, ancient television shows? Sobe, how could you? Have you been corrupted by a gang of Dr. Pepperheads? Don't you remember your mother's devious subversion of the group? Don't you remember how our group had to be cleansed of her influence by taking her away to the community recyclator?
Flashback? I don't need no stinking flashback. Ha! I would love to be a Pepper too. And I've done more than that. I've watched Die Hard, Married with Children, Up in Smoke, Roseanne, and even Swine Before Pearls. And get this, Daddy-O, I even watched them on a bootleg TV set that didn't have a functional V-chip to block out the violent scenes. I saw crass dysfunctional parenting, flagrant drug ingestion, politically incorrect opinions, and even body parts flying from explosions.
I watched it too, and I liked it.
We want to be free to drink beer,
Yeah.
Alcoholism,
to smoke Fat Joey,
Yeah.
cannabis addiction,
or a tobacco pipe,
Yeah.
nicotine addict,
to eat a second piece of cake,
Yes.
food addict,
to go skydiving,
Yes.
adrenaline addiction,
constant fornication,
Yes.
sexual addiction,
to drink gallons of Coke,
Yes.
a coke addict,
and to sleep until noon,
sleep addiction,
and then to wake up with a quad mocha.
Yes.
caffeine addict. I'm sorry, son. I'm so sorry. But this is for your own good.
Okay, what thinking errors are being perpetrated here? Wrong thinking will be punished.
On. Who should step in but Officer Friendly, but Toffel?
That's beautiful, son. Now what's going on here?
Thanks a lot, Dad.
It's my son. He's lost his mind as well as his sobriety.
All I want to do is have the freedom to make my own choices. Is that such a wrong thing to ask for?
I understand, son. You want to make your own choices without the intervention of the group. You want your own freedom.
At last, Someone who truly understands me.
We shall meet in that place of always light. Come with me, and I shall take you to a place where you shall always be free.
Can this really be true? Will I at last be free of this detestable mind control camp? See you, Dad. Thanks for sharing. Come on, Coyvet. We're off to that place of always light.
Bye, Mr. Nielsen. Get a life.
There he goes, my only son, with his one true love. To the nightless torture, screams of agony, rat cage on the head, electrical persuasion, and finally, the recyclator. Oh well, I guess it's time for me to make group support calls as required by law.